So what did we do in the last class? We started off with how are you supposed to open the Excel file, then how are you supposed to save the Excel file, and what are the things displayed on the Excel workbook. Okay, so starting off, you could see here there were different tabs which are file, home, image, page layout, formula. Under the tabs we have different ribbons which are like font, alignment, number. Under each one we will have different ribbons. Okay, then coming below we have different sheets called sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So these are nothing but the worksheets in a Excel file. Okay, and we could even rename those sheets by simply double clicking on them and writing what name you want to give it to the sheet. Then if you want to see all the sheets together, you can just, you have a arrow sign just below your sheets. If you double click that or you give a right click on that, you see that there are different sheets appearing, and you can choose the sheet whichever you want to go to. Okay, and click OK. So that's how you can go to the different sheets. And coming towards the right, you can see there is a maximization and minimization or zoom in, zoom out option. If you want to enlarge your screen or you want to decrease your screen. Okay, and there are two scroll buttons. One is vertical, one is horizontal. So you can go left to right or you can go from top to bottom. And on the top you have three options again: to close it, to make it short, and to close down the Excel file. Okay, so this is how, and this was all about the basic of Excel. Then we had seen what are the yes, then we had looked at the different shortcuts also, right? So for one shortcut was to find out if you want to find out something in your file. So how will you do that? So if you just give your Control F, you get an option or you get a table displayed there, and you can simply write in. For example, if you want to find Sunday, you just write Sunday and find next. It will show you where the Sunday word is being displayed. Okay, and then you can do anything there, whatever you want to. So this was one of your shortcut key. Second was to replace. Again, if you do a Control H, Control H, you can write, you have something called Sunday and you want to replace that Sunday with something else. Okay, you simply write there Sunday fun. Okay, okay, go to Sunday first and see whether this word is present there or not. Do find next, and then you go to replace. So what will happen? Sunday will be replaced by a Sunday fun, and that's how you can do this. You can use this shortcut. Then there was something called editing and overwriting. If you double click on any option or any cell, you will be able to erase it how much ever you want, and you will be able to write it manually. Second thing is overwriting. You just simply go and click on a cell and simply start writing. So that is nothing but overwriting. Okay, next you have something called function and formula. Okay, formula is something which you write it yourself manually, and function is something where you go to the option, select the option, and use it directly. Okay, so I showed you both the ways. Now in this case it was 80. So how did I get that total 280? By simply taking choosing the function, choosing the cell, and I just kept on adding it. So but you have to assign a is equal to sign, otherwise it will not work. Okay, if I give a is equal to sign, then I start writing whatever, like I'll start choosing my cells. So I have chosen first cell, second cell, third cell, and so on till the last one. And then I get my answer as 280. This is one of the options. This is just by using the formula. If you want to do it using a function, how will you do that? So you have to simply select all these numbers and go to this option called auto sum. So it will have, it will directly tell you what is the sum of the entire thing, and you press enter. So you get the answer. Here it has changed. Okay, so that's how this function will be performed. And redo, undo, again the same thing. If you want to if you want to go back of what you had done, you do an undo, or if you want to go forward, you do a redo. So this was all about the last class. Let's start with today's topics. Okay, so starting off, we will be looking at different ribbons today. Okay, starting off with the first tab. Starting off with the second tab. Second tab is home tab. Okay, So here, remember what are your tabs? So my tab is home tab. Okay. And what are the different ribbons here? Clipboard, font, alignment, numbers, style, cells, and so on. Okay, cells editing. So these are the different ribbons. Okay. So under home, so under the home, uh, you have different ribbons. So the different ribbons are clipboard, you have font, you have alignment, you have number, and so on. Okay, the list continues. So this was only under the one heading, which is tab, which is home tab. Then similarly, if you go under insert, you will have again different options. Again, under page layout, you have different options and so on. Okay, so starting off with the home tab, let's start with the first thing. So you see here something called font, right? So what is this font? I'll just write up some stuff here. Uh, Italic and underline. Okay, so now let us start with the first thing. So here you see an option of bold, right? You see a B function there. Now what is this B? So for example, you have written down something and you want to make it little enlarge. You want to you need to you want to make it little bit bold. So how will you do it? You just click the option. I mean, you just select the cell which you want to make it bold. Select the option and click go to the option at the top in the font, which is B, and you click on that. You see that 23 has got little dark. It has become little bold, right? It has got highlighted. Okay, so that's how it has changed. First, it was normally 23. Now it has become little highlighted. It has become dark. So that's how you make this number as bold. Now talking about the second work, italic. Now I want to make this italic. Italic is nothing but it gives little a slant view. So if I select 45 and press on I, so you see that it has a little bit tilted. So that is nothing but an italic view. Now there is something called underline. See, you have something on your Excel sheet and you want to underline it, maybe highlight it or do some operation on it. So and the third option in this is called underline. Now you select 12 and click on this option U. So what has happened? Your number has been underlined, right? So these are the three different font options now. One is bold. You want to make something highlighting. Second is italic. It just changes your shape. And third one is underline. You have something and you want to just underline it. So this is a third option. So this was all about these three functions. Now let us go to the next one, which is border. Now, what is border? See, you have something here. There is some highlighted box there. If you click on the arrow, you have different options here. Okay. Now you want to place a border for what? For example, I have these numbers and I want to give a border to them. How will I do it? So here you have an arrow option. Just click on box. You see a all border option. Click on all border. So what happens? Your entire data has gone into a box. Okay, it has given a box to this entire data because you selected only those number of cells. So that's the reason it has put all those things in a table or a border. It has given a border. So there are different options of border. You can choose whichever you want to do according to your whatever is being asked or how you're supposed to present it depending on that. So for now I've just kept it simple. I've just put a normal line borders and I've closed that into a box. So this is nothing but a border. Next to border, you see something called as background color. Okay, if you want to give the color to this background, maybe what happens sometimes, you have maybe list of some you have many columns and you have column headings. You want to highlight those column headings so that you know, okay, these are my different headings and these are the values coming under the headings, right? So what you're going to do, you're simply taking the headings and you're going to highlight it. So I'm going to highlight this with this yellow color. So what has happened now, there are two columns which has different names and I'm highlighting it by yellow color. You have different options of colors also. If you drag down, if you click on the option, arrow option, it gives you a list of colors. So you can choose any color. If you choose blue, it will give you a blue color. That's it. So why do we use it, or why is there an option like this? Suppose you have an Excel sheet and you have some sort of data in that, and maybe you want to highlight the rows, the headings of those columns with some name, so that you differentiate that these are the values and these are the row headings or column headings. So for that we can use a highlighting tool, which is nothing but a background color. So it'll completely color your column or whatever you're going to choose, the cell. So this is nothing but a background color. Now there is something called as font color. Font color is what, now you have your numbers or you have your some data written here. You want to highlight only the word or your letters inside the table or something inside the cell. How will you do that? Now, for example, I want to highlight my all the three words in red color. I just go to this font color and I click it. So what has happened now? Now the different names have been highlighted with this red color. A bold, italic, underline has been highlighted by using this font color. Okay, so this is called as font color. You want to highlight only the letters or words, but in this was the background color. Background color will highlight the entire cell. Okay, this cell will be highlighted, and font color only the word or letter will be highlighted. So this is all about this. Next we have something called font style. Now what is this font style? You have here an option of calibri. By default there is one option which is already selected. Okay, but now it is up to you. You want to choose some other style in order to display your data. Now for example, I'm choosing these words and I'm going to this option of font style. You see that there are different options available to you. Arohi, Algerian, Arial Black. You can choose anything. Okay, so depending on that, your handwriting or your the way the font should appear, it will change. So for example, I'm choosing something like this. So what has happened? The normal the normal font which was there, it has been changed to this particular format. Okay, it has changed to this. So if I select this again, I get the name of what is the font style which I have chosen. This is nothing a band script semi, something like that. Okay, so if you want, you can change your font styles. So this is by this option, font style options. You have different options available to you. You can choose whichever you want. Okay, next is font size. Now it depends. If now if you want to increase or decrease the size of the words or letters in your cells, how can you do that? Now there is something, one option next to your font style, which is font number. If you click on this option, you have different size. So you see, I have selected, let me select the entire values table and I go to this. I click 24. So my data has been enlarged to 24. The size has been maximized to 24, right? So now initially by default, there will be a size which will be there. But if you want, you can change the sizes by choosing whatever cells you want. Like I have selected the entire table cells and I go to this option and I click, maybe I click 48. So it has become more enlarged. Okay. So this is how it will be displayed. So this is all about your font. In font, these are the things we use mostly. So one is your bold option, your italic option, your underline option. Then there is something called border. If you want, you can give a border to your data. Then there is a background color. There is a font style. Font color. Then there is something called font style, where you want to change your style of your words or letters. I mean your numbers or words which are there in your cells. And there is font size also, using which you can change your size. You can make it larger, you can make it smaller. So this is all about font. Let us move to the second ribbon, which is alignment. So this was all about font. Let us move to the second option of alignment. Okay, now what do we have in alignment? So now you see there are three options here at the top. Okay, top align, second one is middle align, and third one is bottom align. Now you have this data with you. Okay, bold, italic, underline. Let me little bit. Let me make it 36. Okay, now you have this data with you. Now where you want this data to be placed, okay, where you want it to be aligned. So for that, so now I want this to be aligned towards top. So it has moved, it has shifted top. Now I want to align this in the set in the middle. So I'll put this in the middle. So it has come to the middle part. Then I want to assign it to the bottom. So that is the third option. So these are the three different options. You want to place your data at the top, at the middle, or below. So these are the three um, alignment options. Then below this you have where you want to place, which side you want to place. You want to place it towards your left, or you want to place it towards your right, or you want to keep it in middle. Okay, so by choosing these options you will be able to do this. Now I'm again selecting these three cells and I'm choosing the left option. So what is happening, it is already on left, so that's the reason it has not shifted. Let me choose the middle option. So now it has come towards the middle of the cell. Then my third one is towards right, so it has gone towards the right. So these are the three again different alignment options, okay, which you can perform with your data. Then there is something called merge and center. Now what you want to do, you have, okay, you have these three cells and you want to merge them together and make a one center. You want to take three cells and put them together and write something in the middle. So how will you do this? I have selected these three cells and I do merge and center. Wait. This will not be possible because I have three numbers displayed. 1 second. I'll just make a border. Yes. So now you see, I have three cells here. I will just make them as single cell. I'll select all the three cells and do merge and center. So what has happened? The lines has gone bit from between. The three cells has become one cell. Now you can simply write anything here. You can write style or something. Okay, so you can write something. So now it is being displayed at the bottom. Now if you want, you can place this in middle or towards your right or towards the middle. So depending upon the alignment where you want to place this now. So this is merging your cells and putting it in a single cell. So this is called merge and center. Now there is something called as, second, let me show you something else now. Now for example, you're writing something. Maybe you're writing a name. Now what has happened? The name has exceeded the size of the cell. Your cell was only so much till here, but now the word has gone outside the cell. Now how will you put the entire word in a single cell? You see an option here. See, again you select this and you see a wrap text option. So what does wrap text do? It will place the entire word in the single cell. Just click on this. So you see that your word has been it has been cut down to a single cell. It was going outside. It was in a single cell itself, but now what has happened? It was moving out of the cell, so it has just put back into the same cell just by coming to the next coming below. That's it. So this is how you can convert, or you can put the entire word of a long sentence into a in a single cell just like this using a wrap text. So this is all about alignment ribbon. Let us move to the next option, which is numbers. Now what is numbers going to do? Now for example, I will take some example. 1 second, let me take some examples. 34. Okay, these are my three numbers. Okay, let us try performing these operations on these three numbers. So now you have these three numbers. Now what happens? Now for your information, like once you start working on real set of datas, or you will have a set of datas given to you, how will you be performing or how will you make it look little more what should I say, more clear. To view it looks more clear. How will you do that? Now see, you have so many zeros. Now you don't want now you want these zeros should be placed by commas. Okay, so you just select all the three numbers and you have an comma option there in your number ribbon. Okay, so now click on this comma. So what happened? It has placed commas. So now the data looks a little more clear than the before data, right? So first you just had different numbers. You didn't know how are you supposed to spell it out. Now you can easily tell, okay, ones, tens, hundred, thousand, 10,000, lakhs, 3,40,000, 23 lakhs, 9,300, 23 crore, 87 lakhs, something like this. Okay, so that's how you can read it out. Uh, Once you have placed your commas with there. Now there is one more option of shifting your decimal points. Now you already see that there are two decimal points placed after your point. Two zeros placed after your decimal point. Now you want to shift those zeros, or you want to remove your zeros, you want to add your zeros. There is an option. So there is an option of removing the zeros. I click on this option once. 1 0 has gone away. I click on this option again. So my second zero is also gone away because you're not interested in your decimal points. So you have just removed them. Suppose you want to add up, you want to bring back those decimal points. Click on the left arrow option. Again, you will get a decimal. If you want two decimal points, you click there and you get a 2 decimal points. So this is all about your numbers. You can use your comma. You can use your decimal. You want to increase your decimal points or you want to decrease your decimal points. So accordingly, you can do this. So this was little bit about your home tab. Okay, I tried covering few of your ribbons there. So is everyone understood till here the different options? How are you supposed to use them? Yes. Okay, fine. Good. So let us move to the next one. So here we had studied all about our home option. So let me put it as home tab. Okay, I have renamed this sheet as home tab. Let's go to the next sheet. Now here we are going to learn different shortcuts. Okay, few shortcuts, not all. Shortcuts which will be really helpful for you guys to use it. Okay, so starting off with the first one, let us start with letter A. What is the keyword? Control plus A. What is this control plus A used for? Suppose you have a set of data. I'll just create a data. Okay, so you have different options. Now I put them in a box. I give a border. Okay, and this is a small example. So now what I want to do, I want to select all the numbers or entire set of data, and I want to paste it somewhere. Or okay, not okay. I just want to select this entire data. How am I going to do that? You place your cursor anywhere in your data, anywhere, and you do a Control A. Okay, you do a Control A. So what has happened? It has selected the entire table. Yes, you see it has got highlighted. The reason for this is because you have selected the option of Control A. So Control A is doing what? It is selecting the entire table. If I so that's how you can select it. Otherwise, what we do, we simply take the mouse, we drag the entire table, select the entire table and do your operations. But another option is by using Control All. Control All is an option for select all. Okay, this is your first shortcut key. In this, what you're going to do, you're going to select your entire table. So how will you do that? Just place your cursor anywhere in your data and you press Control A. So it will select your data. So this is your first shortcut key. Let us go to the second shortcut key, B. B is Control plus B. Okay, this is a second shortcut key. What are we going to do with this? Now, for example, I'm selecting the number column and I'm giving Control B. What has happened? The numbers have got bold. It has got highlighted, which I was showing you in the last sheet, the bold option. What I did, I went directly to the option and I clicked as bold. But if you want to use a shortcut, you can do a Control B. So this is for your option of bold. If you want to make your data look bold. So I have highlighted 1, 2, 3 your number column. So this is your second shortcut key. Let's go to the third one, which is C. Control plus C. So what is Control plus C going to do? I think most of you will know it. You're just simply going to copy your data. I'm going to select my data. And I'm going to do Control C. What has happened? It has got highlighted. You see? And now I want, okay, it just gets highlighted. Control C means you're going to copy this data and maybe you're going to put it somewhere else. Okay, we're going to put it somewhere. I'll show you how will you be able to put this with which option. So this is an option of selecting. This is an option of copying your data. If you want to copy your entire data, you can do a Control C. Let's go to the next option, D. What will Control D do? Control D. So Control D is basically used to fill down. What is this fill down? Now, for example, you have an option like MONDAY, Monday, and you want to drag this option into your entire column. Okay, you want all the cells to be filled with Monday. How will you do that in one stretch? Select the cells where you want to do it and you give a Control D. Okay, you give a Control D. 1 second. Yes, you just select the cells where you want to place this Monday. Again, you want to repeat this Monday word in your entire column. Only for a column it will be used. Okay, now you have a Monday and you wanted the Monday should be printed till the last column, till the last row. So I have just selected these cells and I have pressed Control D. So what has happened? The Monday has been repeated again from second row to your last row. So this is used for fill down option. Control D. Now, for example, if you just choose in one cell, you want to just place one cell. Your sixth row is Cham. You want Cham to be displayed. You simply do Control D. See, it has come here. But if you want to display it in the for many cells, choose those number of cells and do a Control D. You will get it. Okay, depending on one cell or the number of cells you want to place. So this is shortcut D, for T. Then we have shortcut for E. Control E. Control plus E. Now what is Control E? This is called as flash fill. Flash fill option. So what will flash fill do? Now, for example, you have MON option and you want just the wait. You just want 1 second. You just want only the first 3 words of the word to be placed there. Okay. So you just select these cells and do a Control E. A couple of outputs. 1 second. Yes. So you just place the cursor there and it will just give you the first 3 letters of the word. You don't want the entire word, you just want the first 3 letters. For first word, you need to write it manually. And for the rest of the things, you can simply do a Control E. So what will happen? Only the first 3 words, first 3 keywords will be present there. So this is our option of flash fill. Next option is H. H I've already discussed with you guys. Control H is basically to replace. Okay, so if you want to replace anything, for example, you have an option also, and you can give Control H. Either you can go to find and select, you will get replace option, or you can give a Control H. So giving a Control H, same thing. I want Sunday to be displayed. First I'll search for Sunday. I don't have a Sunday here. Okay, let me write Monday, and I want Monday to be replaced by Sunday fun. First, let me see whether Monday is present. Yes, Monday is present here. And then I want to replace it. Plus on the replace option, replace. So what has happened? Monday has been changed to Sunday fun. So that's how you can do a replace option by just simply opening this with Control H. Then we have next option is I. Now what is this keyword I used for? Control I. So Control I is basically italic, which I have already shown you in a previous sheet. So what is going to happen here? If you just simply select all these things and do Control I, directly it will change your keyword style to italic font. Okay, so that's a small shortcut key for italic I. Then we have an option of X. Control X. Now what is Control X? Suppose you want to take some data and you don't want it to be there. You want to place it somewhere else. Okay, one option was Control C. You're just copying the data and placing it somewhere. So the data is already there, and it will repeat one more time. Okay, so you are creating a duplicate data. But here, Control X, you don't want the data to be placed there. You're shifting the data basically. So what I'm going to do, Control X, I'm going to select this full table and do a Control X. Okay, and I will paste it somewhere else. So what has happened? It has entirely shifted from that particular cells and has moved down to the next cells wherever you want to be placed. Okay, so this is cut option. You want to cut your data. Okay, so it will basically remove the data from that particular option and place it wherever you want to place it. Then last keyword for now is Control V. So what is V going to do? Control V. It is going to do a paste option, which I was doing till now. So now this entire thing, either you can copy or you can cut. Okay, for example, I'm copying this option, I'm putting here. So if you do a Control V, you see that your data is again displayed there. So this is an option of taking your data and pasting it somewhere. Okay, so Control copy, Control paste, Control cut. These are the three things which many of you would have used already. Okay, and Control Z, where you undo your things. Okay, these are the 3-4 options which everybody knows mostly. Okay, and the other shortcut keys I have displayed here, so you can have a look and you can practice those keywords. Okay, is anyone having any doubts till now? Any doubts till whatever we have done till now? Yes. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So next is, how do we convert your text to different columns? Okay, this will be your next topic. Repeat again, font color. Okay, fine. Font color. Okay, this option, right? See, now for example, I'll show you. For example, you selected your first row. Okay, and here my names are not given. Wait, I'll just put some headings to it. Number, name, days. Okay, these are my 3 headings. Okay, and I want to highlight this heading so that you know it is little different. I mean, it appears, it gives me a highlighting telling that these are the different, these are the headings and these are the different names. So in order to highlight that, we use a font color. So I'm going to select these three rows, sorry, these three columns, and choose this color, font color. And what has happened now? My headings have been highlighted. So now I can tell that these are my different headings and these are the numbers under these headings. So this is nothing but font color. Now is it understood? Yes. Okay, great. So next, let us move to, let's move to next sheet, and we are going to do conversion of text to columns. Okay, we're going to do here a conversion of text to columns. So I'll write some data and then I'll show you how we are going to do it. Okay, these are the different names. Okay, let me highlight this, what I was showing you, highlighting option. So this is just to differentiate your list with the heading. So I've highlighted the headings with the font color. And now what I want is, you see that they have different names here. Okay, I have a column of different names. Now in these names, I want the words, there are two words, first word and second word. First name and second name. I want this first name and second name to be separated in two different columns. How will I do this? So now you go, yes. Now you go to, first you go to the option. I'll write the steps also here, data. First you go to the option of data. So let me go to data. One second. Yes, we go to the data option. Now after getting into the data, after getting into the data option, you see something, there is a text to columns option, right? We go to text to columns. Let me write it here. I'll write here next, text to columns. Okay, text to columns is the next option. After this, what we're going to do, text to columns. First you have to select this data. Now my data is this entire thing is my data, and then go to text to columns. Okay, so now what you see here, you see that when you have selected your data, you see here preview of selected data. It has already taken your data. John, Rita, Rita, Nita, Nita, Joseph, Joseph, Robert, Robert, Nick. And if you just come down, the other names are also displayed. Okay, so all your data has been selected since you selected the data, and then you went to the text to column options. Okay, so the entire data is selected. Now you see there are two options. One is delimited and one is fixed width. We are going to work first with delimited option. Okay, now delimited option is already selected by default. Next you go to next option. You click on next option. In next you have see different options here, tab, semicolon, comma, space, other. So now we will choose the option of space, because we have space between two words. So click on space. Okay, and click next and do finish. So what has happened? Your John Rita, which was one word, has been put up in different columns now. John is in your first column, Rita is in your second column. In case you had some initial, that has come to the third column. Did everyone get this? Yes. How did you shift your entire text into different columns? Did you guys understand this, or you want me to do it once again? Yes. Understood? Once again. Okay. Fine. See. Okay. Let's do it. Now there is one more option also. I'll do with the second option now. Okay. You had John Rita, and you wanted this text to be separated in different columns. I mean, not in the same cell. You want it to happen in different cells. Okay. So let me do control. 1 second. Uh, 1 second. Huh. Okay. Let's sell. First thing is select your data. Second thing, go to text to columns. In that, you go to already it is delimited. Characters such as commas or tabs are separated. So delimited option is already chosen. Go to next option. After going to the next option, you have different options here. Now, in your word, it has been separated with the space option. So I will select the space. So as soon as you select the space, there is a line which is coming here, means it has separated the entire word into a it has broken down this word into two words now. Okay, John has been separated, Rita has been separated, and R has been separated. Okay, so now uh, your entire word has been put into two different boxes. Now if you go to, yeah, so this is how. Then you go to option next. Now it is asking you destination, where you want your answer to be displayed. Now I don't want it to happen in the same place. Instead, I want it to happen here. From this, go to a destination and select this cell. Okay, and click finish. See, now what has happened? This set of data has come to this particular cell and it has divided it. The word has been divided into two cells, two columns. Okay, because the separator which was there between them was space, John, Rita, and there was a space in between. You wanted to separate that space, remove that space, and wanted it to be printed separately in two different columns. So that's the reason the space has been removed and the words have been displayed in the two different columns. Now did you guys understand this? Yes. Okay, fine. Okay, so this was the first thing where the separator was space. Now let us see the second kind of thing where a separator will be a AND function. Okay, I will select this data and I will put it down. Now my separator is at, oh sorry, my separator is AND. John and Nita and Joseph and Joseph Robert and Robert Nick and this. So now what you can see here, now the options, your names, there are names, I mean first name, second name, but there is a and operation which is there in between. You want to remove the and operation and you want to again put the entire word into two columns. So same thing, whatever we have done till now. First, select your entire data. Okay, starting from John and Rita, I've selected the entire column. Second, go to data option. I'm already in data option. Then go to text to columns. Text to columns. There you have already delimited option there for you. Go to next. Now, what is the separator which is being used in between those two words? It is a and. So there is a semicolon option, there's a comma option, there's a space option, and there's something called other. Because that and option is not displayed, so there's an option of other. In other, you manually write and you see, as you have written and, your data, your word has been divided into two words. John and Rita has been converted. I mean, it has been put into two different columns, correct? And you click on next and you just see where you want your destination, where you want your answer to be displayed. I want it to be displayed here and click finish. Now what you see, your and operation has been removed and the words has been put into two different columns. Did you understand this one? This option is understood when you have an and operator in between two words and you want to remove them. Okay. Then next is at operator. Again, I'm going to select this data. And now my operator is at. 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 Okay. So my options are being my separator is at now. I'll just mention it here. Separator is at. Okay, now you want to remove this at and put the words into two columns. Same thing, we are going to select this entire column, go to data option, go to text to columns. In text to columns, already a delimited option is selected. We go to next and we see other option. Now in other, what you're going to place at. So as soon as you place at, you see that the entire word has been divided into two columns, correct? Press the next option. Then you see where you want to place your destination, where you want to place your answer. I want to place it here. Click on next, finish. And you get your answer. So this is how you have separated at option into two different columns. Did everyone understood the three different kind of separators, space and at separators, and how do you convert this entire word into two keywords or two columns? Your text to columns formatting. Is anyone having any doubts with this? Yes? Any doubts? No doubt. Okay, great. So we have seen the delimited option. I will be showing you the fixed with option. Okay, there is one more option which you were seeing there. So what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to select the same option. I'm going to select the data, go to data, text to columns. You see a fixed width option available. Go to fixed width and go to next. Here, what you can do is you can for the entire word, you can put a delimiter or you can put the separator where you wish to separate it. For example, here the separators were and, space or at. Here, the option is you can choose manually where you want your separator to be so that your words get so that my arrow to my space sorry, I want my words to be separated at this particular point after two letters. I want jo to be separated and the rest to be separated. If you want two separators, you can put two, you can put two arrows, and I give a next option and I show my destination. I want my answer to be placed here and click OK. So what has happened now? Your first two letters has come in one column, next 4-5 letters has come in the second column, and the last letters has come in the last column. You wanted it to be divided into 3 columns, and you wanted it to be divided from this particular point to this particular point, and then from this point to that point. So based on what you want manually to be done, it has performed. In the first case, where we were using delimited option, there it is by default, it will be just separating based on your separators. Second is a fixed with option. It will perform according to what you ask the system to perform. Okay, I wanted it to perform after 2 letters, then I wanted to perform after 3 and after 2. Let us try once more. Okay, we'll try with the second data. I select my entire data, go to text to columns, go to fixed with option, go to next, and now I want it to be divided from one at John and other one at I just want it to be divided in one in only 2 parts. Okay, I've just placed after your first 4 letters. Let me give next option and I will be placing my answer somewhere here, and I give a finish. So what has happened? John has been displayed here, and the second part has been displayed in the second column. So that's how you can divide the data. So did everyone understand this second option of dividing your data using fixed with option? Yes. Is this understood? Everyone? Okay. Okay. Fine. Great. So now uh, uh, the first assignment which I want to give you guys is uh, you are supposed to open a Excel sheet. First thing. Second, save the Excel sheet as assignment number 1. Okay. Third, make 2 columns. Column 1 as numbers. Your column 1 will be numbers. Column 2 will be names. Okay. Column 1 will be numbers. Column 2 will be names. Column 3 will be marks. Sorry, not marks, your subjects. Sorry, not names, subjects. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is open Excel sheet, save the Excel sheet as assignment 1, then write down the different the subjects which the one which you had passed out from your previous college, the different subjects which you had there. Okay, for example, if you had 5 subjects, your numbers will be 1 2 3 4 5, and then subjects will be the subjects which you guys had. Okay, individual each one of you write the name of the different subjects and the marks scored in those subjects. Okay, then after this, so step 1 is Excel file. Step 2 is saving file. Step 3, make table. Step 4, make the table, fill the table. Step 5, after filling the table, you have to put borders to it. Step 6, highlight the heading. Highlight the headings. Okay, and Step 7, highlight the headings means using the font color, a background color. And step 7, make it bold, make the headings bold. Headings bold. Okay, so I want you to do these different steps or on the given set of data which you have to create. Fine. And where you guys need to submit it, I'll let you guys know. I'll inform them so you guys can submit there for your first assignment. Fine. Okay, guys. Thank you.